Rodgers gets out, floats it, Cobb! Touchdown, Randall Cobb!
What's going on, guys? It's Rampage coming at you with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be looking at a really embarrassing truth for the Packers in how they've handled the Aaron Rodgers situation, not only this year but the last couple years. But before we get into today's video about this beautiful gent, if you guys could do me a huge favor and leave a like on the video. As I'm sure most of you are aware, it helps me get out into the algorithm. And if you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe. We do all things NFL, college football, and especially the Detroit Lions. So today I just want to start on a personal note. I've been laughing at, this whole situation, not only as like a Lions fan, but just as a fan of the NFL overall. Number one, how the Packers organization have handled their relationship with Aaron Rodgers, and two, the dramatic nature Aaron Rodgers seems to put this team through year after year. It's a bunch of crap. I just really find myself mocking Rodgers for a whole darkness retreat, like he has some name for an escape. Like, dude, you're a sick quarterback. Why do you need an escape to get over your mental thoughts? Like, let the team know what you're gonna do. But I was listening to the Colin Cowherd show the other day, and I thought he poetically said it well, how the relationship with Rodgers and the Packers have transpired. He said, Green Bay and Rodgers have become the couple that are staying together because of the kids. Sleep in separate rooms, no longer intimate. They flirt with other people, and that's basically where Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay are at. And as we've seen over the course of the last week, the Jets are strongly pursuing Aaron Rodgers, and Green Bay is just totally fed up and privately done with him. And while I believe that's more of a certainty this year, I do think there is a slim chance that the Packers actually will exercise in bringing him back, especially in the flip-floppy nature of Brian Gutekunst we've seen since his tenure began. But at some point, you got to question your organization in the future. And the way the Packers have handled this whole situation over the last couple years is just flat out embarrassing. I think the biggest reason for embarrassment is mainly due to the fact of how much Rodgers has control over this process, the organization as a whole. Like, who else remembers the holdout he had in the 2021 training camp? He suffered no consequences, and he claimed it was nothing more than simple contract negotiations and how it was not about the money. But later, on March 14th of 2022, he signed a 3-year deal worth $150 million, 41 of which was fully guaranteed as a signing bonus. And this is my point in the video where I want to ask you, the fans, the Packers fans, what do you think about this whole situation? Comment down below, let me know. I'm just curious. Because if I was a Packers fan, I'd be furious and fed up myself too. And I think the whole fiasco that really set Rodgers off was, the drafting of Jordan Love a couple years ago. But that was before Rodgers went back-to-back in MVP seasons. And Jordan Love was seen as more of a project QB to sit a couple years to be the heir apparent to Rodgers, not push him to start right away. And being that most rookies nowadays have a 5th-year option, this is the year for really key intel if Jordan Love is going to be the next guy. And they're at a crossroads with that because they can either, extend him, but he's going to have guaranteed money in future years. But he has nothing proven since he's been on the bench. Or let's say Rodgers wants to come back another year. They're going to have to trade Jordan Love probably, which is always good to have. They have picks in the pocket, but it messes up their long-term plan for just trying to ride out another season. And I was even going to make another blatant stupidity report on their part, given the fact that they've now given Rodgers permission to talk with the Jets. They actually seem more capable in the front office than I initially realized the last couple years. And at this point, I either hope the dude retires or the Green Bay Packers get this deal done. I'm tired of the dramatic bullshit that we've been seeing month after month for the last couple years. And I just want to remind everyone how unfortunate it is. You had a season last year where Rodgers played phenomenally, and you could have gotten a massive draft capital from the Denver Broncos before they went out and got Russell Wilson, to now having this year where he played mediocrely and didn't really care about the season, and they're probably not going to really get anything from the Jets for him. As it stands right now, I ultimately could see the Packers getting a 2023 first-round pick, the number 13th overall, a 2023 fourth-round pick, and a 2024 conditional 3rd round pick. That's if they're lucky at best. And it almost feels criminal that the Packers might not get a 1st round pick out of this, but that's just the way they set up their contract with Rodgers, and because of his age that the Jets would be lenient to offer a 1st round pick. But let's say Brian Gutekunst manages to get the 13th overall pick from the Jets in an Aaron Rodgers trade. It would give the Packers major flexibility in this year's draft to either give them 2 quality prospects right away or trade up to a top 5 pick. But because there are so many needs on the Packers' upcoming roster, especially on the defensive line, tight ends, receivers, and safety, as well as outside linebacker and offensive line, I don't really see them bundling up to trade in top 5. But if Brian and Matt are really smart in free agency, I overall think this team has a bright future and is very capable in the 2023 season. But that's if everything goes their way. But let me know what you guys think down below. It's kind of weird doing a video on a division rival, but it was very fun to do. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.